What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Josh's Comics. And I'm finally doing it. I'm finally sitting down and going to do an update on my Batman Rogue Gallery first appearances in my collection. Yeah, ooh, we have a lot of Raws to go through, and then we have. I'm not even gonna try pulling them out yet. We have a ton of slabs to go through as well. Make sure anything doesn't fall. Um, so we're gonna go over every Rogue Gallery first appearance uh with Batman that I have. It's gonna be a bit of a long video. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off with the Raws, and then I'm gonna go into the slabs, of course. Um, I'm also gonna let you know what my thought process is this year, what books I might try to upgrade a little bit and get higher grades in. And then at the end, I made a list of a couple different Rogue Gallery first appearances I still need to pick up for the collection, some of the pricier stuff. And we will go through that list and then talk, thoughts at the end, I guess. Do me a favor though, before we get into this haul and check out this amazing list of rogue galleries, hit that like button if you don't mind, and please subscribe to the channel. It really helps out, and I would greatly appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram as well at Josh's Comics 01, very active on there. And some of these books you guys have seen over the last few years. Some of them you've seen recently, and some of them I don't think I've actually filmed for. So let's jump into it. Now this actually has to do with Batman Beyond. This is Batman Beyond number 26, and this is the first appearance of the original Joker in modern age. Technically, I gonna include some Batman Beyond on here. I am going to try to get 1 through 6, the miniseries, and a all 9.8s. First Ink, Bright is on there as well. I do consider them part of the Royal Gallery. So yeah, those will be part of it. So I want to include that. This next book, underrated, key in my opinion, Batman White Knight issue number 2. And this is actually the first appearance of Baby Doll, who was in the animated series. She has a condition, so she looks like a baby and a child. And I collect, obviously, the main rogue galleries, but some of the funner ones from Batman the animated series. And some of them have never crossed over into the actual comics. They were made exclusively for the show. However, Baby Doll finally got her appearance. So, and a lot of these roles that you're gonna see, unless they're like, Silver Age, I want to get these in 9/8. So consider this a 9/8. Well, I would like to pick them up eventually in 9/8. We'll see. Batman: The Adventures continue season 2. Again, bit different. This is the first appearance of the Court of Owls in the DC animated universe. So I do allow something like that. I think that's still pretty cool. So pick that up. Again, would love. And most of the bronze, copper, modern age stuff, I want to get in 9/8. I just put it like that. Detective Comics issue number 827. First appearance of the second Scarface in Ventriloquist. And if I'm not mistaken, Ventriloquist is actually a woman in this issue. So that's pretty cool. Again, I love Scarface. Love to see a live action of him in one day. Detective Comics issue number 988, and this is the first appearance of Lady Firefly. She is the daughter of the second Firefly, if I'm not mistaken, or niece, depending on what version you get. So, pretty cool. This is an underrated one, and I don't know. I guess Zaz is just not as important. But Shadow of the Bat issue number 1, still sealed. Again, 9/8. First appearance of Victor Zaz and also Jeremiah Arkham, I believe. So that's still pretty cool. I find this a lot in the $5 bins, even sealed. So like it's kind of easy to pop and get that in a 9/8, and it's cheap. But Batman, this is a good key, and this is what I'm talking about. I love some of these rogues, especially from the 1960s Adam West show. So this is Batman Confidential 26 from April of 2009, making his first comic appearance. King Tut, who was made for the Adam West show in the 60s, something that I love and enjoyed watching with my dad. Even though I was born in the 90s, I love all Batman, but this is pretty cool. I think this is an underrated key. Maybe he's not, mainstream, and I know he doesn't play a big role, but man, they could do some fun stuff. Like, I'm gonna ramble on here, but if James Gunn called me up and said, "Hey, can you create like a Batman, uh, Gotham Knights slash show?" I would take some of these rogues that are not really mainstream and bring them in, and you could do some cool stuff with them if you know the rogues and know what you're doing. um, okay, so this is a bit of a mix-up. I do have the first appearance. This is the first cover and second appearance. Detective Comics number 586. I think 585 is actually the first appearance of Ratcatcher. I do have a few copies of this and his first appearance in 585. But of course, we know that technically kind of like he's dead, but his daughter took over. But it may not be actual canon, so who knows? You could do some cool things with that. Batman 10 Nights of the Beast, issue number 417, part 104. And this is the first appearance of KG Beast, who actually was in Batman vs. Superman. See what happens still. You can find this in Newman for $10 all the time, too. Um, it, I don't know. You can actually find the whole run for it, too. And you know what? I lied earlier. 585 of Detective Comics is here. First appearance of Ratcatcher. So that's pretty cool. You can actually, I don't talk prices, but everything so far has been pretty affordable, especially if you can get it in the 9.8. Now, some of these books, granted, you just don't see many 9.8s of them because there's not many submitted. A book that I see all the time in $5 bins, and it's got a little bit of value in it. Batman and Robin, number one from the Grant Morrison run, and this is the first appearance of Professor Peg or Pi, or depending on how you pronounce it. I feel like he would be another good villain on the Rogue Gallery that we could potentially see one day. I think it would be very interesting. A nice J.G. Jones cover too. And just a note too, some people always think it's Bruce. It's not. That is Dick Grayson as Batman. This one's very cool. This goes to the Batman animated series, Batman the Adventures Annual number 1. This is the third appearance of Harley Quinn in comics, and it's also the first appearance of Roxy Rocket in her appearance as well. And Scarecrow's on there looking great, and Chill Quest and Scarface as well. So that's pretty cool. The next one is Batman number 318, and this is the first appearance of Firebug, who is kind of like Firefly, the original one, bit different, the different suit and everything. This is for the Batman the Animated Series lovers, and I actually didn't know that this character was introduced first in comics and then appeared in Batman the Animated Series. I thought it was the other way around. He was made for the show. Batman or Detective Comics issue number 483, first appearance of Maximus Zeus, who technically thinks he is a descendant of the god. But so, and if you watch the animated series episode with Maximus Zeus in it, it is so good. Oh man. Now we're gonna get into some of the bigger keys. Can get a bit pricier. Batman issue number 6 from the New 52, first full appearance of the Court of Owls. Now, issue 3 is considered first cameo. Issue 4 is considered second cameo appearance of the Court, and this is the first full. Is what it is. This is not a 9.8 candidate, so I have this. I got it for like $30 at my local comic book shop. I have to double check it, but like I said, I'm gonna look to probably just purchase a 9.8 right out of the gate. I know I can probably get it for a bit cheaper raw and send it in, but we'll talk about it again. Batman, this is near mint. Batman issue number 655. Now, I included this because technically it is kind of Batman's Rogue Gallery. This is the first cameo of Damian Wayne. I do have a 656 as well, very minty as well. But Damian, it's weird because he's depending on where you're at, he's kind of part of the Rogue Gallery, but he's also part of the Bat family. So I included him just to be in there. Another villain, well, another rogue for a long time, and then she became his love interest and almost his wife. Lois Lane, issue number 70, the first Silver Age appearance of Catwoman. And up until this point, I think she was absent for almost 12 years due to the Comic Code Authority. So that was great to have her back. Great cover, too. Especially got appearance, the Penguin on there as well. But yeah, you know, come on, man. Selina's one of his top rogues, even though she's kind of his lover now. Like, I'd probably fall in love with her too. All right. Moving on. This is a nice book. Detective Comics issue number 583. First appearance of the ventriloquist in Scarface. I actually picked up another copy. This I picked up quite a few years ago. I think at my first or second Philadelphia comic book show. And I picked up another copy that I think is really nice. But still, hunting for this in the 9.8. I think it's a great cover and great, first appearance. Come on, man. Give me some Scarface and Ventriloquist love, James Gunn, please. Come on. Call your boy up. Let me write some for you. Batman issue number 386, first cover appearance and first ever appearance of Black Mask. Now, I believe Detective Comics 5 yeah, 587. There was the second appearance of Black Mask, and it's weird because um the first appearance and the second appearance come out, I believe, in the same month, if I'm not mistaken. And I consider his second appearance, which he's also on the cover, I consider that to be a better cover than this one because the other cover has Batman pretty much having kind of like I don't know if it's a black mask exactly, but a different mask on, and I think Black Mask has a gun pointed to him and everything. I think it's a better overall cover than the first full appearance. But still, I mean, it's still pretty cool. But yeah, so see what happens to Black Mask in the future. Another underrated villain that I think has potential. We can see some cool stuff. Now we're getting into more of the traditional Rogue Gallery. Batman issue number 234 to Neil Adams goodness. A not Silver Age appearance. Oh my god, is it not copper? Bronze, right? Technically. But up until this point, I think this is the third or fourth overall Two-Face appearance. And he wasn't seen for almost 18 years, if I'm not mistaken. Again, Comic Code Authority. But great Neil Adams. I will tell you, I made a mistake. This book was a 4.0 to a 4.5, I think, when I bought it. You see that tape pull down there? Yeah. I did that. The original bag and board, I was stupid and young and dumb. Didn't fold down the tape or hold it correctly. It got caught in the book and ripped that. So I'm probably going to look to upgrade this later this year. That, again, Silver Age stuff like that is probably not going to be in the 9.8 range for me, man. That's a bit pricey. This is a nice, sharp copy and potential send in. And this is Batman issue number 357. Now, call it what you want, but some people say it's the first cameo, the first full appearance of Killer Croc. It's debatable. I think 523 of Detective Comics, if I'm not mistaken, or 524 is also noted as first full appearance of Killer Croc. It's back and forth. But so would like to own both eventually. And this is also the first cameo appearance of Jason Todd, so it tends to be a little bit pricier. And I think Todd's appearance a bit different, right? If I'm not mistaken, his hair. So this book I recently acquired in the last month. And rewatching Batman in the animated series lately has really got me into the to loving these keys again. And again, some great Neil Adams artwork. Detective Comics issue number 400, first appearance of Man Bat. And by the way, a lot of these books too that you see, like the Silver Age stuff like this, will be going in eventually and getting graded. Not gonna have them all graded, but yeah, great to have this. This next one is even better after I watched a two-part Clayface episode. And this is Detective Comics issue number 298. And I got this for a great deal. I got both that and the Detective 400 on a great deal from a buddy of mine. The first appearance of Matt Hagen, the second Clayface, but the one that is more, becomes the Clay himself. Um, and Matt Hagen does take over some of the origins. Now, Matt is a scuba diver who comes in contact with the clay substance and changes. And then Castro Bazo, if I pronounce his name right, the first Clayface is an actor that his face is deranged and he goes around and kills people. Um, I would love to own his first appearance one day. The problem is it's early Batman and Detective, and you're talking a couple grand. But I have some books that I also coming at a couple grand on this list, so it's weird. But however, Matt takes over the origin of the original Clayface and Batman the Animated Series, and Matt tends to be kind of the smashed together origin from the original. And there's actually a bunch of there's up to six different Clayfaces. There's a female Clayface and another third Clayface that is a male, and then the female is the fourth one. They actually have a child who becomes the fifth Clayface, and then the sixth Clayface is introduced in the Catwoman early 2000s run, and I'm running my on, but still great to have this copy. Here we go, man. Some of the OG rogues. Batman issue number 189. First appearance. Oh, sorry, first Silver Age Scarecrow appearance. Third overall appearance. Introduction of the chemicals, I believe, like the fear gas and toxin that he uses. I actually had a 3.5 off-white pages, and I upgraded to a 6.0 to a 6.5. It's estimated, pretty cheap, honestly. You can find, I'm telling you, man, Silver Age Scarecrow. I don't know what it is, but it's a great cover too. I love the background on that. So yeah, great book to have. And then the last big, oh, sorry, we got a couple. This book I bought a few years ago. I think I bought it just because you don't see it too often, and it's for a decent price. I think I paid 225 for it. It's Batman issue number 155. First Silver Age appearance of the Penguin. Now notice up here the black ink stain that does go throughout the book, and then there's a detached cover. I'm still waiting. I'm gonna debate on whether I want to upgrade it or not. I'm gonna see when I get it cleaned and pressed, what can happen with it. Um, Probably 2.0 to 2.5. I mean, we'll see, but yeah, I probably should have used better judgment. But it was like my first or second year collecting comics, and I just was everywhere. You know what I mean? Didn't know much. So this book is a double key. It is the first appearance of a Silver Age villain, and also the first appearance of a Batman family member. Detective Comics issue number 359. It may be one of the better or best first cover appearances overall. First appearance of Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl, but it's also the first appearance of Killer Marth in Silver Age Comics. Bit of a double key there, so that was pretty cool. And then the last one, Neil Adams goodness. This cover is just insane, man. Batman issue number two. Batman issue number 232. You must decide when Robin dies. I messed that up. The daughter of the demon. First appearance of Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul, depending on how you pronounce it. Yeah, take a look at that. And this is most of these I bought from 360 Comics. I believe this is estimated at a 6.0 to a 6.5. Could potentially hit a 7, which would be amazing if it did. I mean, this thing could hit a 4 or a 5. I'd be happy with it, but still, um, beautiful, beautiful copy, man. Uh, we'll have to see, like I said, what Gunn wants to do in the DCU. I would love to see a lot of these villains pop up. Now we're gonna go into slabs. Let's start off. Picked this up last year. Batman 609. First appearance of Tommy and Elliot. Poison Ivy Huntress appearance. But overall, the first appearance of Thomas Elliot. It's interesting to note that his first time as Hush in the costume was Batman 619. They do have a couple variants where he's on the cover. I don't know why that doesn't can be considered his first full appearance, but I guess because this is Tommy's appearance. Still a 9.8. And guys, you can get this for cheap. I mean, less than $150 last time I checked. And I got a great deal on this at King Kong last year. A recent pickup because of the news. I don't know if it's going to play out, but you know what? It's okay because I'm kind of collecting the animated movie adaptions in 9.8. And this is Batman, the animated movie Master of the Phantasm in a 9.8. And this is the newsstand cover that I consider to be the better cover than the original um, market cover. First appearance of the Phantasm, Adriana Bromant. So we'll see if she ends up being a part. Rumored that she will be the character that Sheila Johansson is playing in the Batman Part 2. We'll see. I don't know. But do I? No, I really don't. I will see. I got that for a good deal. By the way, I got it for about $140 all in, and then like it was right when the announcement was made a few days after, and then the next day I went on, all of the copies I was looking at were pretty much gone, and now that book's well over $300. It's insane. Another book I got for a great price: Batman issue number 635. First Jason Todd is the Red Hood. Now again, a Batman family member, but also kind of a rogue a little bit too. So I love it. And Red Hood is just a great character, and I love that. I feel bad for Jason because come on, some of you guys voted to kill him off. Let's be real, it is what it is. But still, a great first appearance. This book, I mean, I feel like any Batman collector should have this one too. Um, Batman Vengeance of Bane, special number 1, 9.8. White pages. This is the first, yeah, origin and first appearance of Bane. I didn't get any better than that, man. I believe every Batman rogue collector probably has this in their collection, and it's very affordable in a 9.8. Now I'm going to get into some silver. Batman, well, kind of silver. Detective Comics issue number 405. And this is the first appearance of the League of Assassins. And we all know, Roz and Tyra. So, of course, in a 405, I was pretty happy with that. And this is Neil Adams, right? Yep, Neil Adams cover. Yeah, man, Neil Adams, man, like, dude. And this is a Neil cover too, I'm pretty sure. Detective Comics issue number 411. Yep, Neil Adams' first appearance of Tyra al Ghul, Bruce's love interest, mother of Damian Wayne, etc., etc. I was gonna mention something, but forget it. Anyway, great book to have, a 4.0. I picked this up quite a few years ago. Potentially could maybe do a bit of an upgrade on that with a grade, but I got other things in my mind. This is a big book, and I think if there's a potential signing, I may send it in, but I might send it in and get a new case, just because this is one of the older cases. But this is Batman Harley Quinn special, I guess you could say, or number 1, and this is the origin and first appearance of Harley Quinn in DCU continuity. Now I know Batman Adventures 12 is considered her first comic book appearance overall. I will own that one day, but I think that to me and continuity and everything, this is a bit more important. Plus, it has a phenomenal Alex Ross cover art. Again, 98 white pages, first print. I don't know, man. It's a little bulky, and like I said, it's one of the older slams, so potentially could maybe send that in one day and try to do something with that. I don't know. We'll see. Um, Hang on for a second here. I want to make sure everything's. There we go. Going nothing to fall and break. Now, these last two slabs are very important to the Rogue Gallery themselves. Um, this is Batman issue number 171, first Silver Age appearance of the Riddler, um, based on the TV pilot of Batman from the 1960s. Up until this point, again, yeah, I'm sorry, Riddler was not seen for quite a while to the Comic Code's authority. This is a 4/5 to an off white to white pages. I will probably never upgrade this because anything getting up higher will be quite a bit of money. Got this for a great price, and actually got this other book for another great price too, which people helping out people, and I love people. Batman issue number 181, first appearance of Poison Ivy. Also, pinup is included, and it is a 5.0 white pages. Take a look at that bad boy. This is one of the harder, I believe, the Riddler and Poison Ivy, and along with Ra's al Ghul, is going to be the harder Silver Age stuff to acquire. And surprising, I got them pretty early in my collecting days, so very happy with that. Bit pricey still. Obviously, like this is not Ivy's first Silver Age appearance or Roz's first Silver Age appearance due to the fact that their first appearances ever were in the Silver Age. You know what I mean? So it's their overall first appearance. As to where like Riddler or Penguin, were introduced in the Golden Age. So yeah, pick those up, and that completes all of my Rogue Gallery books so far. Again, anything copper, bronze, up to modern age that is raw, I probably will try to get a 980. I think it's doable. Some of the books, like I said, like you can find less than $100. Some of them are a little bit more pricier. And a few of the Silver Age stuff here I might upgrade, but probably not. I'll probably keep them as is. Now I'm going to get onto the list. I will probably post up the books on either side and let you know. That way you guys can see what it is. Some of this stuff's modern. Some of it is silver, man, or bronze, copper, however you want to put it. Detectives Comics issue number 300. I would like to pick up. That is the first appearance of Polka Dot Man. Need to add that in the collection, obviously. Now again, I'm gonna put Batman 6, first full Court of Owls. Even though I already have the Raw, I know it's not a 9.8, so I'm going to be on the hunt for that 9.8. Had a chance to grab one last year, but lucked out, and a buddy of mine got one. Detective Comics issue number 259, first Calendar Man. Even in a lower grade, that book is pricey, so again, take a while to get, but I'm alright with it. Detective Comics issue number 471, the first Hugo Strange in modern comics. His last appearance was in 1940 when he was killed off, presumably by Batman. That book again, 9.8. I'm fine with that. A bit pricier, but hey, that's cool. And then Detective Comics issue number 474, first modern age Deadshot. Uh, hey, why not? His first appearance was, I think, is Batman in the 40th range or something like that, or maybe Detective is like a couple grand book. And it's weird. It's a great like I think the rocket ship flying over the moon cover or something. Anyway, and then the last two big books I have so far on this list are going to be the most expensive, by far. Batman issue number 49, which is the first appearance of Jarvis Tech, aka Mad Hatter. Again, another great villain that I just would love to see more in live action. Um, The problem with that key is it's also the first appearance of Vicky Vale, but it is a phenomenal Joker, Golden Age Joker cover that is very sought after. And lower grade, probably looking at $2 or $3 to get like 3.0 or under. But that doesn't compare to this next book. And you probably know what this book is. And it will probably end up being the last book I will ever acquire in the Rogue Gallery collection. Uh, besides, well, first Joker, which, we'll talk about that. Batman issue number 121, first appearance of Mr. Freeze. Oh my God, that book. I've seen that book quite a lot, though. I think for a 2.5 to a 3.0, again, I'm probably looking at close to $2,000, if not more. As long as no movie announcements come out anytime soon. Is it something that's doable this year? Maybe. Maybe. I don't have a set time frame. I mean, a lot of the smaller keys I think I can knock out this year. I did do a video on my collection goals, so that's what I'm working on this year. But yeah, Batman 49 first Mad Hatter and Mr. Freeze, those are going to be the two biggest ones that are going to be rough to knock out. And it's not even due to not being able to find them. It's due to the fact that they're so pricey. And that's like months and months of me not buying, saving up, and hoping I don't have any life issues going on too. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll have to see. And then of course it's always come down to, can you get the first appearance of Joker in the comics? Maybe the reprint. Yeah, but and then it's funny thing is I was looking for the first Silver Age appearance of Joker, and believe it or not, you cannot find. There's not an actual technical book that's considered the first appearance of Joker in Silver Age. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because at a certain time frame, Joker, and not even, I don't even think it was to the Comic Code Authority. I think it was just for a little bit, Joker kind of just like disappeared. I don't know what it was, but yeah, I can't find. There's people out there who believe certain issues, like I think it was like Batman early 100s, between like I would say like 95, Batman from Batman issue number like 95 to 107. There's a Joker appearance or two somewhere in there that people considered potentially the first Silver Age appearance, but there's no real definite answer on that. So if anybody can comment and let me know down below about that, I would love to know. Either that or yeah, getting Joker's first ever appearance. Good luck. Again, reprint might be doable, but not the actual book. I don't think. Like, depression setting in. Anyway, guys, this video has been a bit of a long one. Went off for a little bit. Um, do me a favor, hit the like button and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the haul. Well, haul, but overall the Rogue Gallery first appearances I have, about what my goals are about attaining the more bronze all the way up to modern age and Knight 8. Maybe upgrading a few of the keys, and let me know what you think about this list I still have to knock out. I am going to acquire more over the years, so we'll upgrade it, and maybe every year in the beginning of the year I do an upgraded video. But until then, guys, hit the like button, subscribe if you really like this video, helps out. Leave a comment down below, and of course, stay safe, take care of each other, and we will see you in the next episode of Josh's Comics.